Okay, so here they want to know which of these here is a mixture. The only one, and we can use our periodic table to kind of help us a little bit with this. Gold is an element, it's on the periodic table. Titanium is an element, it's on the periodic table. Carbon dioxide, so carbon and oxygen coming together, therefore it's a compound. So the only one that is sensible is air, and air is a mixture. Okay, here we've got a fractional distillation set up, and it tells us that one of the mistakes is that the bulb of the thermometer is too low. If you look, here's the bulb of the thermometer, and it's way down here, just above the round bottom flask. Where it should be is here. It needs to be in line with the condenser, so it's measuring the temperature of the gas before it enters the condenser. So hopefully, if I cover these away, it tells you there it needs to measure the temperature of the gas just before it enters into the condenser. Another mistake in this question here is that the end of this is not above the beaker. So we'd need to move the beaker underneath the end of the condenser so that once the liquid that is condensed comes through, it can be collected inside the beaker. So that is the response to this question here. Okay, chromatography questions. So we're given a set of instructions, and it wants us to list these instructions in the right order. Okay, so what I have done, I think, here we go. Have I done? No, I have done it here. So what I have done is we've put them together. So let me just show you the numbers, and then we can work this out. So the first thing you do is you put the solvent inside the beaker. Then you would draw a start line on the piece of paper. And then here, we're going to put a small dot of the food colorings to be tested on the start line. We then place the paper in the beaker. We make sure that the solution is below the start line, and we leave the solvent to rise up the paper, and then we remove the paper just before the solvent comes off the top of the paper. So that is the correct order here for the steps that you need to do. Okay, explain why using figure 4, which one contains the greatest number of substances. So I just come back to figure 4 for a second. I'm going to just zoom in a little bit. So I can see here that if we look at T has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots. So it's separated out into 5 different colours, and that ink has got the most number of dots. Therefore, T is the one with the greatest number, and 2 marks. We have to identify. We identify the sample, and then we say it's got the greatest number of dots to explain why. Okay. Right. Next one is a calculation. We want to calculate the RF value. We're told 2 bits of information. We're told that the solvent front has moved 8 centimeters, and we're told that the food coloring has moved 2.3 centimeters. And be careful here because they want the answer to be 2 significant figures. Okay, so first off, here's my equation. So it's the dot distance divided by the solvent distance. So put the numbers in. So the dot distance is 2.3 and the solvent distance is 8. Then got a bit of maths to do, so work the maths out. And what we've got to remember here is that it wants the answer to 2 significant figures. So I'm going to look at the third significant figure. So there's 1, 2, 3. So look at this figure. This is 5 or greater. So I'm going to add 1 to here. So that's going to be 0.29 as a final answer for the RF.